The sun is shining here at Donnington Park for race 2. The same could not be said for race 1 when that man there, 54 Sam Cox, took a brilliant race win. Will Keynes here just fell back through the pack a bit earlier on in race 1, so he'll look to try and get a few decent points here. There is Sam Cox and Will Hodgson here, number 14. You can never count Will out of the championship fight. In the background there, Matthew Rangeley, number 93. There's Keelan Irwin. We'll have cameras on board both Will, number 14, and Keelan again. Aprilia Super Teens, don't forget, we'll see their highlights after this race and after the break. But let's concentrate then for now on the 450s. Away from the line we go. It looks like Sam Cox is going to be taking a championship lead into Snetterton no matter what, but how big will it be? We'll soon find out. We're on board here with Keelan Irwin, just up ahead of him there, Will Keynes. That's Sam Cox just going around the outside of him, around Redgate Corner and down into Craner Curves. It's Will Hodgson that has the early lead though. Will up ahead of another Will Keynes. So it's Hodgson versus Keynes. Hodgson 14, Keynes 7, then Sam Cox, number 54. So Cox will be very happy to be taking the championship lead to Snetterton. How large can he make that championship lead? There is Keelan Irwin. There's Matthew Rangeley just up behind him. A bit further back there you see 73, Cameron Tenzing-Jenkins and Connor Sellers, number 39. Connor making his debut in the 450 championship for this season. Forward here with Keelan Irwin, just struggling in the early stages to stick with the leading trio. So down the back straight we go. There is Will Hodgson that leads, number 14, just up ahead of Will Keynes, but Will Keynes pulls out of the slipstream, can't quite get a move made on Will Hodgson. Sam Cox, the race 1 winner, in 3rd place. He kept himself very clean and out of trouble in race 1, Sam Cox, and it looks like he's trying to find a way through already. Look at this though, here on board with Keelan Irwin. That's Matt Rangeley, who's just gone past him, but Keelan Irwin's gone back past him again. They're joined by 196 Jack Tynan, who just missed out on a podium place in race 1. So here's your leading trio. 2 groups of 3 then for the battle for 1st and then the battle for 4th. Will Hodgson, 14, number 7 Will Keynes, 54 Sam Cox. All 3 riders know of each other very well. They're all good pals off circuit as well. Very polite, but it's fair to say that they have had their fair share of scraps over the years on circuit. They have swapped paint quite a few times. Will Hodgson, more than most. Sam Cox, as he mentioned in his interview after his race 1 win, he's been a bit up and down in the last couple of seasons, but he's starting to get to grips with things again now. Winning is becoming a little more familiar as he now pulls out of the slipstream, but thinks better of it. Stays in 3rd for now. It's Will Hodgson that still leads this one from Will Keynes. Will Hodgson does carry some excellent corner speed through that final chicane as they make their way onto the start-finish straight. A bit of pit board information there for race leader Will Hodgson. They're already coming up on some traffic. That's Ben Ashcroft that they're just putting a lap on, and that's not helped Will Keynes too much, or Sam Cox. Will Hodgson really capitalised on that one. Will Keynes then falls back into 3rd place and Sam Cox up to 2nd. Now Sam is going to try and do what he can to bridge the gap down to Will Hodgson. Into the old hairpin we go. See both there pushing the front end and Sam Cox just using a bit of the exit curb. Will Hodgson, as I mentioned before, always up there in the championship, but it's not yet won that Aprilia 450 championship, and how he would love to do that this year. He's going to, oh blimey, as they go around a few more back markers here at Coppice Corner. He's going to have to get himself a bit more of a solid start, Will Hodgson. He could do with the win here. Number 14 in the background there then, the battle for 2nd place. Will's got himself just a little bit of breathing space as they go down into the chicane. Sam Cox in 2nd, number 54, the race 1 winner, Will Keynes, who well, he was fighting for the lead earlier on, and then it just all went away from him in the end, finishing in 7th place. So he'll definitely want to be on the podium this time around. Just saw Will's dad there with a stony looking face down on pit wall, probably getting a bit nervous. On board now with Will Hodgson then, your race leader on the Ron Hodgson Cars Aprilia, down through Craner Curves. At the moment, he'll be pleased to see what we're all looking at, which is a bit of clear track. Good job he hasn't got rear view mirrors, because Sam Cox has closed that gap down a bit. Will Keynes is following him as well. So any moment now we might see a change. This is 4th place Keelan Irwin, and he's just lost out there. And he's just struggling a bit by the looks of things, Keelan Irwin, as he tries to filter his way through a little bit of traffic. He's joined by Matt Rangeley, Jack Tynan and Alex Taylor. But Keelan Irwin not looking like he's going to be fighting for the win on this occasion. Into Coppice Corner then for Keelan. 5th place he's been demoted to for now. And that's because the rider just up ahead on circuit is Casey Wyatt, number 6. Casey, who started out as an Aprilia Super Team back in 2008, the very first season that Thundersport started the Super Team series, and then went on to 125 GP, raced a bit for, I believe, the GB Moto team in British Championship, and is now out there testing himself on these 450s. Yellow flags waving down into turn 1. Who was that on the right there? That's a rider who's just gone off on the right hand part of the circuit, hopefully not one of the leaders. Well, where's Sam Cox gone? Sam Cox has just gone missing. Number 14, there's Will Hodgson. Number 7 is Will Keynes, but Sam Cox is not part of this leading trio and has gone missing, so I wonder if that was Sam who's maybe run into some trouble. And that's a shame for Sam. Well, he was going to be the championship leader no matter what going into Snetterton, but his lead's going to be cut now. Will Hodgson and Will Keynes could certainly do with the points, and another waved yellow flag there for another rider over at Coppice Corner as well. Mind you, that looked like a rider with orange and white leathers on as well. Well, something's happening to Sam either way. We're on board here with Keelan Irwin, so he's now been pushed up into 4th place. And up ahead of him is Casey Wyatt now, who is on the podium, or not for long. Here comes Keelan Irwin, pulls out of the slipstream. Oh, this will be close. Oh, that was a little bit too close there, as he comes up to a Super Team who's clearly been in the gravel because his tyres were looking like they've got a bit of dust on them. There's all sorts going on here then. There is Will Hodgson. There is 66 Reese Irwin, who's part of the Super Teams. There is Will Keynes then just up behind. It's between these two for the race win, the two Wills. Will Hodgson, number 14. Will Keynes, number 7. Through Craner Curves we go. Keelan Irwin and Casey Wyatt at the moment battling it out for the remaining podium place. So you're looking at the fight for the top spot. Will Hodgson there, number 14, taking a defensive line through McLean's. Will Keynes just up behind. Will Keynes is trying to find a way through here. He might make room. Up into Coppice Corner we go. Just got a couple of laps left then in this race. This is Keelan Irwin, number 69. Now Keelan hasn't got anyone in front of him, so it looks like he's managed to get himself past Casey Wyatt and into 3rd place. Into Coppice goes Keelan. Onto the back straight, so the Irishman so far looking pretty good. Here we go then, to begin the final lap of the race for the 450s. Will Hodgson has the advantage. Thumbs up there from Will Keynes' dad. Will Keynes is in 2nd place, and this is the battle for 3rd, and that's Casey Wyatt going up underneath Keelan Irwin, but running out of room. Keelan Irwin gets back past again and retakes 3rd place. These are your leaders, number 14 there and number 7 Will Keynes, 14 Will Hodgson. They've just got a bit of traffic to deal with here as they come through Hollywood and down into Craner Curves. That doesn't look like it's worked out too well for Will Keynes. He's had a bit more work to do, so Will's going to have to try and push now to get himself up with Will. Both of these riders need the points. Sam Cox, as I mentioned, he's going to be the championship leader no matter what. They both need to finish 1st and 2nd, but I don't think that really matters in their head at the moment. They are both going to go for this one. There is Will Keynes, number 7. Where can he find a place to put a move on Will Hodgson? It looks like he might leave it until the final chicane. Nice drive there from Will Keynes. Onto the back straight we go. They've got a bit of traffic up ahead as well. Will that play a big part here as we get down into the chicane? Will Hodgson has got the inside line and he's braking late, and I think Will Keynes is settling for those 20 points. A good win here for Will Hodgson. He gets himself straight back into championship contention with the 25 points. Brilliant stuff from him, and Will Keynes there does take 2nd place. Now, What about the battle for third further back? It looked like it might be Keelan Irwin, and it was Keelan Irwin. Casey Wyatt went missing in the end. Keelan Irwin takes third place just by a tenth ahead of Jack Tynan. Matt Rangeley finished in 5th place and Alex Taylor in 6th.